Yo, what's up, Diamond family? It's your man Vivi, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I'm here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and mix your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Look, man, I got a crazy video for you guys today. I'm showing you guys how to create space in your mix, all right? So if you ever listen to like a professional mix and then listen to your mix and yours sounds small and narrow and it doesn't have the width and the space and the depth and the dimension that you get from a pro mix, I'm gonna show you right now how to fix that. I won't even over talk it. If you need a template for recording in Logic or recording in Pro Tools, check out my free templates down below. They're gonna completely change the game for you, get you recording and sounding great right away. All right, let's jump into the track. I'm gonna play back where we are, and then we'll dig into what we need to do. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know that I never switch.
All right, back, cool. So you can hear the hook. It sounds good. The balance is okay and everything, but it's just not quite as full and wide, and you know, it doesn't have that same depth that you get from a pro mix. I'm going to show you guys what we do about that. So first, I'm going to give you guys 3 things that you're probably doing wrong that's really hurting your mix and keeping it small and keeping it narrow, and then we'll dive into what you can do to fix it. So the number one thing that you want to make sure of is that you are actually using a stereo track. All right, the difference between mono and stereo is that stereo has a left channel and a right channel, where mono is just straight down the middle, so you don't get anything on the left and the right, and that's instantly just going to kill the space and the width within your track. So generally, most sources are a mono source. Like you think of a kick drum or a bass drum when you're making a beat, or you hear the kick of a beat. That's a mono source. It's just one single signal, boom, right down the middle, right? And all those sources combined create a stereo source. When you add a kick on it, a snare, a hi-hat, you know, melodies, all those kinds of things, because you're going to pan them in different places. So now you're starting to fill up what's called the stereo field, which is just the sound, the left and right space within the sound, right? So you're filling that up, you're putting everything in its proper place. So you want to make sure that you actually have a stereo track for your beat that you're recording on, and not just a mono track, because you're going to miss out on everything on the sides. All right, so that's the first tip I can give you. Going right along with that, the second tip I can give you is to make sure that your beat is actually even. So we're going to look at this beat and watch the meters and make sure that they're hitting together. Cool, so you can see that the meters are they're hitting pretty much at the same place at the same time, which is good. Sometimes a producer may slant the beat, what I call it, but really they just pan one of the heaviest instruments to one side heavily, and so it makes the entire stereo track heavier on one side than the other, and you want to try to keep it pretty well balanced. So if you do run into that issue, you can just take some from the opposite side. So if the right side is heavier than the left, and you should be able to see it on your waveforms, if the right side, which is the bottom one, if the right side is heavier than the left, then you need to take some from the right side. If your left side is heavier than the right, take some from the left side. Simple as that, and that should help to balance out the track a little bit better. All right, now the third thing that I can tell you that you're probably doing wrong is you're not balancing the vocals and the beat. So let's go ahead and look at where our vocals and our beat hit when we go to the mixer. Look right here for our all vocals and our music bus, and you can see right here the vocals are at 2, the music is right here at 3.1, so they're almost at the exact same volume. So we're already pretty good there balance wise, but let's watch the meters.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate.
And you can see right here, they're both negative 2.1, like they're locked in, they're good to go. So the balance is there. Make sure your track is balanced. Make sure that you're actually using the stereo beat. It's not a mono source, and make sure that the beat is actually balanced as well. It's not heavier on the left or the right. It's pretty right down the middle. All right, so now let's go ahead and dig into how we can fix this. The number one thing that you want to do, the best tool you have when it comes for creating space within your mix, is panning. You want to pan. Remember we talked earlier about moving things in and out of the stereo space. Think about it like this. If you went to go see a live concert and you're looking right at the stage and you're standing right in front of the stage, there might be band members up there, right? There might be somebody playing the drums, there might be somebody playing the keyboards, there might be a DJ up there, there. And if you're just listening to the sound play out, everything doesn't come from right down the middle. The DJ might be over on the left. The keyboard player might be on the right. The bass player is probably going to be in the middle with the drummer, because those are the things that generally stay in the middle. But you want to do the same thing with your vocals. If there's a background vocalist or something, they're not usually standing right in the middle. They're off to the side. And so you're going to hear them in a different place than you do the lead vocal. So what we're going to do is start panning this hook right here. Right now we have both things right here at 0. Let's just pan them maybe 45 or so to either side. And when I say pan them off each other, I just mean pan them the same amount but in opposite directions. So that one's at 45, and this is where it gets tricky right here. 46 is close enough. All right, now let's listen to our vocal.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch.
Bet. So that sounds great. Let's go back and forth. I'm gonna flip it back to no pan, just like both vocals straight down the middle, and then I'll pan it again when the hook comes back around and we can hear it, you know, go back and forth. Let's do that. Actually, I'm gonna start it panned and then I'm gonna have it collapse, and then we'll go back and forth.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know that I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch.
Boom, just like that, man. Just literally, we didn't add any additional effects. There's no reverb, there's no delays, there's literally nothing there, but just moving the vocals away from the middle and panning them off of each other. So if you're working with hooks or you got vocal stacks, you definitely want to be using the pan instead of just having them run right down the middle. And that's another great thing to do for your dubs. If you're dubbing like your rhyming words on your rap verse or your ad-libs, pan those left and right just so you get more width even out of a lead vocal. You just want to create space, you want to create depth. You want that main vocal to sit right in the middle and everything else to be on the outside supporting it. You don't want anything to interfere with that lead vocal that's sitting right in the middle. All right, so the first thing we definitely want to do is pan things. Now, we've got things panned. What I'm going to do before we go to the next step, which is reverb, I'm just going to go ahead and load in my VMR setting that I put on for this hook vocal. You guys can see what it is, and I'm gonna have some of these VMR settings coming out pretty soon that you guys can just pick up, drop right into your slate, you know, into your VMR, and use the exact same settings that I have. So let's go ahead and listen to our vocal now that we just dropped the setting on, and we'll jump onto reverb.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me.
And just a super subtle, that's why we won't even go through what I did there. It's super subtle. We're just really controlling the vocal, having it lock into space, into place, making sure we can hear every word, that kind of thing. If you guys want to see how to mix doubled hook vocals, just leave me a comment down below and I'll get the video out for you guys. All right, so the next thing we want to do, we've loaded that on. Let's go ahead and go to reverb. So I want to enable the reverb that we already have, but I'm going to go to the actual plugin, which is right here, the Verb Suite Classic. And we're going to tweak the reverb because I think I want a shorter decay time so that we just hear more of the vocals slapping around. So let's try that.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really
at best. So you see the space that gets added by reverb, and I'm overdoing it so you can hear a lot of it, but I'm gonna mute the reverb channel and bring it back in and let you guys hear what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got him pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know that I never switch.
So cool. I like the way that reverb sounds. I'm going to add a second longer reverb. I like to use the Canyon setting on the CLA effect. It's just a really good reverb. You guys can copy these settings. I use these on every mix, and I just adjust how much I send to this mix. Sometimes I won't use it at all, but if I do use it, I really don't touch the settings. I just adjust how much I send to it. So we're going to crank the sends a little bit more to this, and we're really focusing on the Canyon. That's that super long, super deep, wide reverb, and you'll hear it almost instantly. Let's go up to -23. That's fine, and I'm just going to hold Option and copy the settings to the next channel.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got him pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know that I never switch.
Cool. So that sounds really good. The last thing we're going to do to really add some space to this vocal is add a delay. A lot of times when I'm working with two vocals like this and they're panned, I'll just add the delay to the bus, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to move this right over here to our hook bus, and let's go ahead and see how much we're sending. So we're not sending much at all. -39. Let's go ahead and boost it to maybe 22 or so. Actually, let's overdo it. Let's go all the way up to like -10, and we'll drag it down to make it fit better.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got me pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know I never switch. Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit, really gang affiliate, really got him pissed, cause nigga know that he been a bitch, and I'm really it, cause nigga know that I never switch.
And as you guys can hear, man, those little tips are really what's going to add that space, that dimension, that depth to your mixes. If you want to get those pro mixes and you really want that sound that you've been after, this is how you get the whip. This is how you do it. Look, man, these are the tips I'm giving you guys week in and week out. And if you need a little bit more help, drop me a line down below. Remember, my name is Vivi, and I'm here for you. Stay humble, make diamonds only. Peace.
Yeah, I'm really lit, yeah, I'm really lit, really with the shit.